What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. We are back with a This Week in Destiny, looking ahead to everything that you can expect from the week ahead. So if you want to find out more about the Wayfinder's Voyage quest, the raid challenge, the seasonal challenges, and also what Eververse has available for Bright Dust this week, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Just over 70% of the viewers on the channel aren't currently subscribed, so be sure to hit the red button and ring that bell to make sure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now before we jump into the meat of today's video, I want to first invite you all to the Jarv Community Hub. This is our fast growing community Discord with nearly 7,000 incredible guardians. So if you'd like to talk about Destiny, share your god roles, or get fire teams together to get things done, then be sure to jump in. It's available to absolutely everyone, and the link to the community Discord can be found down in the video description below. Now this week sees the continuation of the Wayfinder's Voyage quest. Once again, we need to collect parallax trajectory from around the system, as well as collecting ascendant anchors as we have done throughout previous weeks. Now unlike last week where we saw the interaction between Petra and the Crow, this week we'll see us have an interrogation with Salvatori herself. Now the big question here is, where does this leave us when it comes to Ager's Scepter? This is the brand new trace rifle being introduced this season. Now this week we'll see some seasonal challenges added that are based around trace rifles, and alongside this it's thought that the ornament for the weapon itself will be available in Eververse for silver this week. Now all the information we're going to discuss here is a result of data mined information, so it's subject to change, so as a result please take it with a pinch of salt. Now this week we'll see us collect the final set of astral skews, which will gain us access to the vault housing the Ager's Scepter. And when we try to collect the weapon though, it will refuse our claim, and after speaking to Mara Sav, we'll need to create a noble seal in order to break the security measures housing the Ager's Scepter. Now Mara will send her Corsairs out into the system to collect fragments that we need for the noble seal, but we'll need to protect them from taken commanders before they attack any more Corsairs out in the wild. Now it's thought that we do this by defeating champions in astral alignment, or additionally defeating combatants in astral alignment using our supers. Now we are summoned back to Mara, who reveals that some strands of the noble seal are still lost, but our Corsairs have tracked down the offending taken, hive and fallen thieves that we need to track down and take out. Now upon defeating these thieves, we'll collect strands of nobility, which is what we need to complete the noble seal. And once we've collected them all and returned to Mara, she'll grant us the noble seal, allowing us to gain access to the Ager's Scepter. So all in all, some pretty interesting quest steps, and when you pair that with the fact that the ornament is available in Eververse this week for silver, the fact that there's a trace rifle seasonal challenge to complete this week as well, alongside the fact that the Shattered Realm rotation resets with us visiting the EDZ once again this week, we'll be able to take that weapon into that realm and access some additional hidden areas and discover some more mysteries. So as you can see, all signs are pointing in the right direction, but as we said before, it's all from data mined information, so please take it with a pinch of salt. Now jumping into the activities for this week, the Vault of Glass raid challenge rotates around to the Strangers in Time. Now this is the raid challenge for the Gatekeeper encounter, so as well as a new challenge, we also see a new time loss weapon come into rotation. Now by completing the challenge, you'll get an extra raid chest too. Now to complete the Strangers in Time challenge though, you'll need to kill the Wyverns and Praetorians at the same time whilst in the portals, so you'll need to communicate very well with everyone in your fire team to make sure you can get that challenge done. It's definitely one of the trickier challenges in the rotation, but if you can successfully complete it, you'll get your hands on the Hazen Vengeance time loss weapon. Now as with all time loss weapons, these come with a second perk in the third and fourth column, so if you're still chasing down a god roll, the time loss weapons are definitely the best method in order to get your hands on one. Now as well as the Hazen Vengeance, for high stat armor this week, the focus is on intellect, so if you're looking for high stat intellect armor, be sure to run the Vault of Glass this week to get your hands on it. Now as for the Crucible rotator this week, this will now be Showdown, so Showdown returns for the first time in Season 15, and alongside that we see double Vanguard ranks all week long. So if you're still ranking up Commander Zavala, either for the Ascendancy rocket launcher or further still the ornaments for it, and all three of those ornaments are requirements for seasonal challenges throughout the course of this season, so if you're finding yourself lagging behind when it comes to Vanguard strikes, be sure to jump into the playlist or run some Nightfalls in order to get some quick and easy Vanguard ranks. Now speaking of Vanguard, we have a brand new Nightfall for this week, and this is the Corrupted. This is returning as a Nightfall for Season 15. It's been out of rotation for quite some time, and when it becomes a Grandmaster, it will most definitely be one of the most difficult Grandmasters in the entire seasonal rotation. Now each and every week we are getting double weapon drops for Nightfall exclusive weapons. We've had the Comedian and the Shadow Price, the Hothead and the Hung Jury, and the Azume and the Plug 1. Now the final 2 weapons that we haven't seen so far are the Palindrome and the Swarm. So it's very likely that upon this week's weekly reset, the Palindrome and the Swarm will be both available as Nightfall exclusive rewards. Now moving over to Europa for this week, the Eclipse Zone can be found over in the Asterian Abyss. So once again, if you're still working on the augments from Beyond Light, then head over there to find your target. Now as for the Empire Hunt, this will rotate around to the Warrior. Now remember guys that by completing this on the 1340 difficulty will offer you a pinnacle reward. So if you're still chasing down the pinnacle cap for this season, don't forget to jump into the Empire Hunt this week. Now alongside a brand new Empire Hunt, we also have a new Exo challenge, and this is Simulation Agility. Now this is one of the easier challenges in the rotation, and much like the Empire Hunt on the 1340 difficulty, if you can complete the Exo challenge this week, it will once again offer you an additional source of pinnacle loot. Now this brings us nicely onto the new seasonal challenges for week 4 of season 15. Now in week 4 we have 9 new seasonal challenges to complete. Now one of those is called Wayfinder's Voyage 4, and you need to use the Wayfinder's Compass to complete the Wayfinder's Voyage quest. You also need to defeat Scorn anywhere in the system, and defeating Scorn with melee abilities will grant bonus progress. We also have Astral Telemetry 2, so once again we need to gather parallax trajectory from playlist or astral alignment activities, as well as from ascendant anchors found on destinations and in the Shattered Realm. Alongside this we have the Astral Authority, so we need to defeat combatants with trace rifles, and combatants defeated in the Shattered Realm or the alignment activity will both grant bonus progress. This is alongside the Ley Lines Mysteries, so you need to align beacons and discover trivial and ascendant mysteries within the Shattered Realm. Now it's important to complete all 4 of those challenges as they all offer Wayfinder's Compass calibration level. This will help you level up your Wayfinder's Compass and unlock additional perks, mods and upgrades. Now alongside those challenges we also have Entertain Lord Shaxx, so you need to complete matches in the Showdown Crucible playlist and you earn bonus progress for wins. Next up we have the High Value Hunter, so you need to defeat powerful combatants in Gambit and you earn bonus progress for defeating high value targets. Next we have the Trials of the Tinker, and this is where you need to unlock all your artifact mods, and there are 12 artifact mods in total. The penultimate challenge for this week is Precision Calibration, so you need to calibrate marksman weapons. This includes scout rifles, sniper rifles and linear fusion rifles by landing precision final blows, and you get bonus progress for defeating guardians. And the final challenge for this week is the Vanguard Chosen, and this is where you need to complete a Nightfall strike on hero difficulty or higher. Now the hero difficulty is a match made activity, and for completing this challenge you'll also get your hands on a Nightfall weapon too, so make sure to get this done for some sweet easy loot. Now with the seasonal challenges out the way, this brings us nicely on what Eververse has available for Bright Dust in week 4 of Season of the Lost. And the first item on offer is the Pragma Exotic Ghost Shell, a brand new ghost shell introduced this season. So if you like the look of these ghosts, then this will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust. Next up we have the Redline Torpedo. This is a exotic ship that was introduced in Season of the Splicer. So if you like the look of this ship and missed out on it last season, you can pick this up for 2,000 Bright Dust. Next up we have the Illicit Transmat Effects. This was introduced in Season of the Drifter. So if Gambit is your thing and you missed out on this back then, this will set you back 450 Bright Dust. Next we have the Legendary Shader. This is the Grayscale Undergrowth, back from a Season of Dawn. So if 50 Shades of Grey is your thing, then you can add a shader to your collection for 300 Bright Dust. In the main Bright Dust store we have our first emote, and this is the Flare Gun from Season of the Undying. All in all, a pretty cool emote, so if you missed out on it, you can pick it up for 700 Bright Dust. Next up we have the Junkyard Shell, a brand new exotic ghost shell introduced in Season of the Lost. Now this ghost shell forms a piece of the cosmetic set, so if you don't want to pay silver for it, you can pick it up for Bright Dust instead, and this will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust. Next up we have the Legendary Armor Ornaments. It's for the brand new seasonal Eververse set called the Namine Armor Set. It's the gauntlets for each and every class this week, and these will vary depending on the class of Guardian which you visit tests with. If you intend to pick these up on each and every class, these will set you back 1,200 Bright Dust apiece. Next up we have the Taurus Rocketeer. So if you really like to grab the balls by the horn, you can get this exotic ship and it will set you back 2,000 Bright Dust. Next up, we have another legendary emote. This is from Season of the Hunt, and it's the Excessive Elbow Dance. Now this is a looping emote too, so you can do it to your heart's content and have a good time. So if you're missing this on your emote wheel, this will set you back 700 bright dust. The penultimate item this week is the Timeline 0. This is the exotic weapon ornament for the Worldline 0 exotic sword. So if you missed out on this weapon ornament way back in Season of the Worthy, you can pick it up this week and it will cost you 1,250 bright dust. And the final item on offer is the Mind Jack Projection. This was introduced in Season of the Undying, so if you're a big fan of Vex, you can at least add this to your Ghost Projection with 1,500 bright dust. So there we have it guys, a good look at everything that we can expect from this week in Destiny. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.